Is everyone ready for the big pop in the crypto market in 2024? This is one of the crucial moments when investors cannot afford to limit their horizons of expectations. We are in a big year where several events will unfold and take the general crypto market to greater heights. So make sure you watch out. Jan 3 CEO and early Bitcoin adopter Samson Mow have been involved in a couple of discussions about Bitcoin. A few months ago, he took to X to get his important message about what's happening to Bitcoin at the moment across the crypto community. In his post, Mow opined that the reasons for Bitcoin going up and people accumulating heavily are happening under different circumstances than last time, and he advised the Bitcoin community to pay attention to what is happening now. For a long time, Samson Mow has been publishing several X posts to share his message to the Bitcoin community. In one of them, he stated that the current Bitcoin bull run is quite different from the previous one. He specifically shared that the previous bull run was powered by a lot of quantitative easing money getting injected into the economy. Unlike then, there is a lot of quantitative tightening happening right now, and the US Federal Reserve keeps raising interest rates. However, he noted that investors are buying Bitcoin in large amounts despite the circumstances. With this development, he cautioned investors to pay close attention. He tweeted, "The run-up this time is different from last time. Last time, there was a ton of easy QE money sloshing around. This time, money is still tight and interest rate is high, but everyone is allocating to #Bitcoin. Pay attention." Mow also warned that we are about to see what happens when demand shock meets supply shock, referring to Bitcoin again here, and in theory, a demand shock meeting a supply shock should propel an asset's price upwards. Besides, over the past few years, a large portion of Bitcoin held in self-custody has not been sold. According to VC investor and finance podcaster Anthony Pompliano, over the past year, around 70% of the circulating Bitcoin supply has been held in cold wallets and not traded by long-term investors. He added that Bitcoin's market capitalization value has surpassed $800 billion, which is more than the market value of Berkshire Hathaway, created and run by the legendary investor Warren Buffett, who is known as a vocal Bitcoin critic. In one of his recent tweets, Mow began to spread his bullish takes on Bitcoin's further rise, which he expects. He believes that ultimately, the flagship cryptocurrency will reach a mind-blowing $1 million per coin. This same price prediction was also expected by the late John McAfee before he made a U-turn and began criticizing Bitcoin. This time, it came to fruition. Also, Samson Mow reiterated his Bitcoin prediction, perhaps as proof that he was not joking about it. He is convinced that Bitcoin is on its way to tapping $1 million in price value. Mow, who also describes himself as a Bitcoin bonds architect, maintains that Balaji S. Srinivasan, a popular Bitcoin supporter who predicted that Bitcoin would hit the same price point, is spot on with his forecasts. Balaji disclosed his $1 million prediction for Bitcoin in March of 2023. However, he seems to disagree with Srinivasan on the length of time that it would take for Bitcoin bulls to gain enough momentum to bring this price prediction to reality. He wrote on X, "Balaji wasn't wrong about Bitcoin going to 1 million, but he was wrong on the timing and the catalysts. My $1 million call is based on a massive rapid influx of institutional capital, while Bitcoin available for sale is at historical lows, compounding by the halving." Well, pro-Bitcoiners have historically remained loyal to Bitcoin potential. As such, price predictions for these figures are usually as bullish as they come. While some market players choose to play it safe and make modest predictions, Bitcoin supporters are often seen making bold long-term forecasts. It's for the greater good though. Balaji S. Srinivasan, an Indian-American entrepreneur, investor, and former chief technology officer at Coinbase, is now one of those Bitcoin supporters. As noted earlier, back in March, he made $1 million bet on Bitcoin tapping $1 million within a 90-day time frame due to the rising inflation in the United States. He made a bet of 1 Bitcoin and $1 million in USDC coin with a user known as James Medlock, who initially tweeted that he would bet anyone $1 million that the US wouldn't enter hyperinflation. It was plain that if Bitcoin price failed to tap $1 million on the 17th of June, Medlock would win the bet. However, months later, Srinivasan lost the bet as Bitcoin failed to meet expectations. On the other hand, insisting that Bitcoin would take a different pathway from its current position of $1 million, Mow wrote the following. Balaji S. Srinivasan's $1 million prediction was predicated on money printing and banks failing. Those two things could potentially be a driver for a rapid run to $1 million, but not likely. The money printing already happened and then dried up. It will take a few more years for the market to adjust accordingly. Should traditional banks fail, pro-bankers will find a safer bank as they are yet to realize that banks are not as safe as Bitcoin, which is their only option, he concluded. Also, the Jan 3 chief executive wrote that he expects to see Bitcoin reach new all-time highs, perhaps even watch the world's flagship cryptocurrency achieve what he predicted earlier to reach the $1 million price mark. In 2021, Bitcoin reached a historic peak of roughly $69,000. It is currently trading at $41,618, which is approximately 40% below the all-time high. The reason he expects to hit $1 million are the approaching Bitcoin halving event. in April of 2024 and the massive influx of financial institutions' money that Bitcoin witnesses at the moment. Besides, leading Wall Street funds such as BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK Invest, and about 10 others are expecting the SEC to approve the filings they submitted to launch Bitcoin spot ETFs. The cryptocurrency community expects the regulator to issue the approvals sometime this month or later within the first quarter of 2024. This $1 million price prediction resonates with what ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood is expecting. Wood is popularly known for her wild price targets. In 2018, she famously predicted that Tesla will hit a pre-split price target of $4,000, representing more than 1,000% gain at the time, and that prediction came true. This is one of the reasons why her words cannot be taken with a pinch of salt. Now, Wood has caught the attention of Bitcoin bulls with a splashy price target on the leading cryptocurrency. The renowned disruptive growth investor sees Bitcoin hitting $1.48 million per token by 2030 in her bull case for the cryptocurrency. In other words, $1,000 invested in Bitcoin today would be worth $34,557 by 2030, according to Wood. Hers may be considered quite realistic since it's projected for 2030. However, the possibility of Bitcoin reaching $1 million still remains valid. Of course, Wood argued that several different factors will drive the price higher. First, she sees institutional adoption pushing Bitcoin's price higher and expects it to be the latest new asset class to gain adoption the way emerging markets and real estate have been earlier. She also sees it as an obvious hedge against inflation, and she talks about this fact confidently. When it comes to utility, Wood expects remittances to be a major market for Bitcoin as well, arguing that sending money across borders with Bitcoin would protect populations from currency swings and hyperinflation. Above all, the question is, are Samson Mow and Cathie Wood right about Bitcoin? Wood's argument sounds logical, but there are a few things that investors should remember before jumping on the bandwagon here. Yes, we are moving in a big year, but there needs to be a reasonable expectation. Bitcoin has been around for nearly 15 years, created in early 2009 by the anonymous Satoshi Nakamoto. Despite all the hype around it, its adoption around the world as something more than a speculative asset to hold and trade has mostly been negligible. No country more fully embraced Bitcoin than El Salvador, which has long used US dollars in place of its currency and made the cryptocurrency legal tender in 2021. However, adoption has been slow in the small Central American country, inhibited by the limited internet access and lack of enthusiasm. Even remittances, Wood's primary use case of Bitcoin, have not gained traction. Plus, through the first 6 months of 2023, only around 1% of remittances were ever received via Bitcoin, according to the country's central bank. Similarly, Remitly CEO Matt Oppenheimer said in a 2022 interview that his company, which processed over $10 billion in remittances in its most recent quarter, could facilitate transfers in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency, but we're not seeing customer demand for it. Regarding Wood's other arguments, institutional adoption seems far from a foregone conclusion. Few mainstream corporations are now holding Bitcoin, and some of the world's most admired financiers have repeatedly trashed it. Warren Buffett, for example, has called it rat poison squared, and JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon recently said that he'd close it down if he were the government, arguing that the only true use case for crypto is criminals, drug trafficking, money laundering, and tax avoidance. Samson Mow is quite the convicted type. If Bitcoin will hit $1 million, we'll have to patiently wait to see what will happen then. But that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you click on the subscribe notification buttons, and we'll see you in the next video.